good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know we get it in. But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding. Put your notification bell on all, so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel, and it's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled, and I'm very much so appreciative. I know I couldn't do it without you, man, so thank you very much. Gracias. Vivo de tres animales. Órale. Show! We're about to get into it, man. Season 1, Part 1. Super Paisa. My tío Angel. Yeah, let me introduce him to you, right? ¿Sabes qué? ¿Por qué? Because I said por qué, right? Look, so I've told you all about my tia and her shenanigans, right? But before she got into her shenanigans, before she was tia Wanga, right? She was actually a tia homemaker, right? And she had an old man. Now, my tia bounces from Jalisco to Michoacan to Zacatecas to Monterrey, right? She's all over the place. And TJ, she tore TJ up. They don't even allow her ass back in TJ. ¿Sabes qué? Mira, es pinche Wanga. Mira, Wanga, Kyle. Right? She'd be over there like, I'm too busy. Right? My tia be over there like, shut up, fat faces. She'd be getting her twist and shout on. But before she was all that, she was all this. She was a homemaker. She was a good woman, man. And, you know, you guys like hearing about Whoppin'. My cousin Ricky, well, his father, my tia met his father in a little town called Livingston, right? And I don't know if it was a one-night stand or two-night stand. With my tia, it's usually a 2 or 3 night stand. Then she takes their wallet, and then it's hasta la bye-bye, right? Hey, I'll be back. No, you won't, puto, right? Straight up. Maybe your primo will be back, but not you. My tia was a revolving door, right, of a gang of different paisas. She always had this fetish for paisas. She used to go to this club called the Bullfrog, and she used to, no disrespect to Fresno, right? She used to show up and show out. I mean, my tia would come walking in the house. How do I look? Like you just got boned. Like by a gang. No, I was only with 2 guys. That's it. See, you're fucking me out. You're making me look bad. No, I think you're making yourself look bad, tia. Shut the fuck up, fuckface number 2, right? So she'd always walk in. She was the tirada of the bunch. The piruja of all pirujas, right? And I know my tia hates me for this, but it's the truth. You know, I'm just speaking truths here and facts. So anyways, she had a 3 or 4 night stand with my tío Ricardo, and he disappeared on her. I think he got away while he could, you know. No, nomás 20 bolas y mi wale. ¿Por qué? Right? Yeah, he went there with $2,000 and left with $20. My tia was over there like, cash me out, son of a bitch, right? She was winning. But she liked to go to these bars with my other tias, and they would always pull paisas. Now, these paisas that would come from Mexico and work, you know, Friday nights, hairy chests, cajenas, and los bookies, right? They were ready to get it on. They partied, man. And why not? They worked hard all fucking week. Why not go meet a bunch of fat chicks at a bar and have it their way, like the Burger King, right? Sheila's like, Burger King? Right? Look, trip out. Oh, Sheila, don't act innocent, Sheila. She done went a gang of times with my tia. They would always throw her out there because there's something about paisas and white girls that just, they gel together good, right? Especially larger ones. Hey, they be in that motherfucker. Mugre, show! Right? So anyways, my tia, she had Ricky. And for a while, man, she had a couple different guys that she was with, man. I remember she was with this black dude. We used to call him Leroy Brown. Orale, man. He was cool. He was a black biker. Wasn't part of no biker club, but he was a black biker, right? He'd come in that mode. I'd be like, there ain't no way there's a black man on a motorcycle, right? Straight up. But that was her old man for a few years. And then she ended up getting with my tío Angel, right? To this day, I don't know where the fuck he's at, to what degree of Mexico he got deported to. But that vato right there was the coolest paisa, the downest paisa. Man, he didn't give a fuck about nada. You know, I remember the first time he seen me, hey, ¿quieres un dólar? What? ¿Quieres un dólar? Nah, I don't want to fucking, no, I'm not gay, right? No, ¿quieres un dólar? He'd hand all the kids dollar bills and shit. He was cool, right? Shit, we'd take off running to go get us them old school penny candies. Facts, right? Then, after dealing with my tia for a few months, ¿quieres un food stamp? Like, what happened? I said, ¿quieres un food stamp? Right? He dropped from dollars to stamps fast, right? Hey, in that household, you know, it's damn near. So anyways, when my tia first brought him home, I liked him. I liked him from the rip, man. He was one of them dudes. He wasn't shady. He was cool. He blended right in with the familia. He started barbecuing. His carne asada game was on point. I just liked him, man. So I remember asking him when I was a young kid back then, hey, tío, right? Because my tia, let me tell you something, fuckface number 2. I was fuckface number 2 since I was like 5 years old, right? This is your tío. Don't disrespect this. Guy has a lot of money. And I'm going to get every bit of it. And if you fuck it up, I'll kick your fucking ass from here to Zacatecas. I promise you. I'll send you over there with my fucking father. You'll be over there fucking picking corn. All right, well, how do you pick corn? I thought you cut corn. You'll pick it up off the ground when I'm beating the fuck out of you. All right, cool, tia, right? So as soon as these guys would come, they were automatically tios. And I didn't care. They weren't fucking my mom, right? And so Ricky would be like, whooping mom? Who's this? Right? It's your dad, bitch. Shut up, right? No, it's me, papi. Oh, now all of a sudden you know how to speak Spanish, huh? Where was your antennas, that son of a bitch, number 1, when you were fucking, you know what I mean? My tia's cold. She's cold-blooded. The most ruthless woman ever to be planted on planet Earth. So I remember when she introduced fucking Angel. He walked in and he was like, hey, boots, shiny. Ostrich boots, like he just killed the ostrich in the backyard and buried it right next to the fucking pig that he's making for carnitas in the ground, right? Old school Mexicano shit. This vato looked like the walking billboard for fucking banda machos. He came in that motherfucker like, just getting his on, right? So he walks in and he had a badass truck. That Ford F-150, that motherfucker just glistened. So much chrome on that motherfucker, right? It looked like he was riding on 30s, but really, he was riding on 10s. He just kept him clean, though. So he walks in, and he's like, ¿Qué pasó? And I'm like, órale, tío, right? And he's like, Simón, sí que sí. I am your tío, right? And I'm thinking, maybe fucking really he is. Ricky, this is your real dad right here. He looks just, well, nah. You know what I mean? You're uglier, but I mean, there he is. What's up, fool? I just liked him. I liked his fucking Valentino ways, right? That vato just came in. He looked like, to me, he looked just like Chalino. And that vato walked in and he had the aura of Chalino before he got shot, right? He just mobbed in that motherfucker clean. So he sat down. Hey, my tío was cold-blooded. That's what I liked about him more, was that he didn't play the games like my tia, right? My tia would talk all that shit, but then she'd have a sentimental heart. My tia was ruthless all the time, but cool at the same time. He kicked back, he said, mira los pinche cucarachas. Ta pinche sucia. Right? I said, damn, he's over there straight up from the gate. He just met my tia, but he had so much money, and my tia loved him. She was on him. She would pet him. Like he was like, hey, tú es mi tigre. You're my tiger. He said, Simón, los tigres del norte. Right? He loved him some norteños, man. He was hella cool. He was like a paisa, but he was really a sympathizer to the northern cause, right? So anyways, over the years, we got very close. He was the one that I tripped out. Like, I'd get there on the weekend, like, come on, man, I hope the OJ's here because I'm trying to get my food stamp, right? And I'd walk in and he'd be like, mijo, ¿quieres chorizo con papas? Simón, cabrón, right, I'm in it, right? And always the best music playing. I mean, he played them throwback fucking Yolanda de Rio songs and, you know what I mean? Hey, I remember when, what's her name first started bumping fucking, La Chacalosa, fucking, Jenny Rivera, right? That vato was on his Jenny shit. Mi compinche Jenny, tas. I said, why you always do your hands like that? Porque she has big nalgas. Tas, right? He was on it. Rest in peace, Jenny, right? So, this is what happens. This is when I knew my tío went from just regular paisa to stay-at-home paisa to, shit, I'm not going to work the fields. Paisa, right? Hey, he gravitated to all different things. Hey, there was a long time this vato didn't work. He went to welfare check paisa, right? And I was like, I ain't never, ever seen a Mexicano like this. He's not lazy. This vato's up at the crack of dawn planting corn and fucking out there with, I mean, the house actually looked up to par when he was around. As soon as he left, it all came tumbling down. My tia's shit went like this, and the holes in her house went like that, right? So there was a lot of holes everywhere. But he was making sure he was filling that hole right, and he was doing his thing. So, trip out what happens. Ricky, and we're about, man, it was right before I went to YA, so I was about 10 years old. Ricky was about 8. And Ricky had went to school and he got jumped by some Southsiders from Atwater, right? So what had happened was, at this time, Ricky was staying with I don't know what happened, but he was staying with my grandmother in Winton, California. Bozo knows where Winton is, right? He was in Winton, California, staying with my grandmother, right off California Street. Ghetto as they come, right? And I used to always be over there chilling with them. And he would be going to school. And of course, I'm from Merced, so I'd be back in Merced. I'd just be over there, but I'm here now, but I'm not here later, right? I'm gone. And he gets jumped on by a whole bunch of little Southside kids, right? And he wasn't banging North at the time. He didn't start getting into it till he was about, I don't know, I was in YA when he got involved in it, like 13, 14 years old, right? He was a late bloomer. But he got jumped on by a whole bunch of kids. I guess he didn't want to take into what they had going on, right? And so my Tío Angel had to pull up. Okay, and I remember that day we were at my grandma's house and Ricky's all fucked up. What happened? Right? I'm gonna say, well, what, let me see your eye. Yeah, whopping. Right? What happened to your eye? Right? The fucking kid. I didn't know they said so. They beat me up. Right? I said, yeah. Well, you know, maybe that's why my cousin became a super Norteño, because you know he would get picked on a little bit. I don't know if it was just the way he acted or just the way they acted that day. But anyways, right? So my tia and my tío come, right, to pick him up. Because my grandma's, I can't deal with this shit. This sniveling little motherfucker, come pick your son up. Just drop him off before the 31st because I got to get the check, right? So my tia comes in. What are you crying about, son of a bitch? Fuckface number one. Look at my eye, Mom. Yeah, well, it looked better. Yeah, it did look slightly better yesterday, but just a little bit, right? And Tío Angel walked in. ¿Qué pasó, mijo? I remember he used to grab our face like that. ¿Qué pasó? No, mi hijo, no, right? So my tío starts saying, what happened? Right? The big kid beat the fuck out of me. No, dude, don't cuss. Don't cuss. It's not good. It's not good, right? My tío's like, hey, tu hambre? You're hungry? Let's go. Let's go to Yak in the Ba, right? So he'll take us to Yak in the Ba and we'll go get an espresso, some fry, and of course, a hamburguesa. So we're getting our fucking, our fucking jumbo jack on. And then I see my tío change and he said, where does this kid live? Right? And his English like became immaculate at that point, right? And I was like, oh shit, maybe he's like Iranian. He's not a Mexican. He just acts like it. Maybe he's like Mr. Capone, right? So my cousin was like, they live on Cottage Street, right? Cottage Street, which was right down the street, right? So my tío's like, take me over there. Okay. There was this Chicano dude. I don't know if he had moved from LA or where he had moved from, but he thought he was gang. She was all tatted back. And I remember when I used to walk down that street to go to my grandmother's house, and I used to see him, or go to my tia's house, a different tia, right? I used to see him and I used to be like, damn, that fool's all tatted back. When I grew up, I want to get tattoos like that, right? But now I'm on the other side of the fence. Now I'm mean mugging. I'm just a little kid, right? My tio's like, shh. My tío put on these gloves. And I'm like, oh shit, he's about to get to kicking some ass around here, right? Hey, and when he gets out the car, he says, hey, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó con tu pinche hijo? He beat on my son, right? And Ricky's like, my mom never told me he was my real dad, right? I'm like, look it, whopping fool. Just kick back, stay in the car. We have tinted windows in the truck, so let's just duck low because we don't want to be involved. We're little kids, right? So that little kid comes out, is like, I'll fight Ricky right now, right? Ricky's like, whopping, right? So Ricky gets off the car. One thing I can say about my cousin, he's always been with the activities. Even when he wasn't with the activities yet, he still was with the activities. He ain't no punk, right? So Ricky jumps off the car and rushes this kid, picks him up, slams him on his head, and they're fighting. Ricky's giving the business, right? And this dude's dad takes a kick at Ricky, right? Dun, 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 dun. It's a bird. It's a plane. Show! It's Super Paisa. Puto tres, right? That about the fucking came out of the way. Sa! Vivo de tres animales. Right, he was getting his on, right? Tío Angel had hands. Boom, boom, boom. This dude, I seen, he was getting hit so hard, tattoos were flying off his neck, right? He was getting fucked up. And I was in that motherfucker cheering like, you know what I'm saying? The future dropout of America. And I'm ducking down, I'm just watching, right? Ricky's over there dusting off the son. My tío's over there dusting off the dad. The lady comes out with a broom. She's swinging at my tío. My tío has one hand on the broom. He's beating fucking this dude up with one hand. This glove, I don't know what he had on this glove. It was like some type of 3 flowers of grease, but every time he came, it smeared the dude's face up, right? The fucking dude's getting beat up. He's getting hit. My cousin's over there dusting his fucking son off. Pit bulls are barking. Roosters are crowing. Cucarachas are doing the cucaracha thing, right? Because everyone had them. And the lady's over there trying to hit my tío with the fucking broom. He has his hat on his head like that, still fucking ding, 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 ding. And he's doing, right? He's doing the fucking Paisa uppercut. He's handling his business. So anyways, he jump in his truck, and he goes, I need to talk to you. And I said, me? Not you. You. I said, no, I'm not a Jew. He said, Jew, right? And Ricky's like, what, Peter? You're not my dad. Right? Shut up, right? He says, I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you because I don't know why I'm proud of you, but I'm proud of you, right? I'm like, oh shit. Fucking Tío Angel, we impressed him, right? No, not you. Not me? No, not you. You, tú es un bitch. I'm like, fuck. Why? You didn't help. You didn't have that lady fucking hit me con un pinche broom. Con un pinche palo. Tas. And you what? Where were you? I said I was being 9 years old. That's where I was, right? So anyways, look. Over the years, man, we developed a close relationship, man. My tío was just a good people, man. Didn't play my tía's shenanigan games. One time, and I'm going to tell you guys a gang of stories, right? This is only part one. One time she tried to come home with another Paisa. I don't know if this Paisa got her hella drunk or what she was doing, but she had thought what happened was her and Tío Angel, they were arguing. And he would jam. He had a sister that he would always go, man, his sister's daughter. Oh, hell no. Right? To this day, mija, call me. I'm famous now. Right? Hey, this chick, she was beautiful. We're little kids, right? She was older. She was like 14, 15. She was a teenager, and I was a little young kid. I was stalking, right? I was in that motherfucker like, damn. I remember. So anyways, this fool would go to his sister's house and be there for 2-3 days and then come back, right? Like he gained weight because at my tía's house, see, the way the food situation worked where you had to ration it out. There wasn't too much, right? But I remember he used to get him a big old plato. My tía would hook him up and then we'd get a hot dog. You know, ¿quieres un weenie? I said a weenie, fuck face. Nah, you like weenie, not us, right? So anyways, bam. And Angel would be like, yeah, she like the weenie. She likes the weenie, mijo. She loves the weenie, right? And so anyways, he came back and my tía was kicking back, partying with some Paisa dude at her pad, right? In the dusty, dark room. And man, word on the, I wasn't there. I was at home, right? But my primo called me and told me, right? And I remember my mom was like, and I heard my mom and all my tías talking about it. Did you hear what happened over there? What? Nah, that fucking Angel beat the fucking him. I think he's locked up in jail. My tío went to jail, right? He ran Paisa. And I remember I used to ask him when he got out that time, I asked him, hey, tío, how is it in jail? Psh, porque es nada. Porque, how you say? Es incarceration. The what? The incarceration. Oh, is that a new word? Is that like the word ethnicity? You know what I mean? Doing his thing. Hey, Tío was down, but he beat the fuck out of that Paisa. No joke, man. I always love him. Later on in years, what happened with him and my tía, we're going to get to that story because it's a crazy story, man. What actually happened with my tío, man. But, you know, in my life, I've had a gang of tíos. Let's just say that. And they stem from usually that tía right there, you know. Hey, don't be mad at me because I party all the time. Bitch, who do you think you are, Eddie Murphy? I'm something like that. I make them all go delirious when they hit it raw, right? My tía's different. But anyways, let me tell you this story, right? So, about all these different dudes, none of them would like hit Ricky or do anything like that. That's one thing my tía did not allow, is any of her guys to get off on her son. Like, she loves Ricky to the full. She might make fun of him. She might even clown me, but she loves us. My tía would kill people for us. Straight up. Has she? We plead the fifth, right? But let's just say she's with the business. And there was one guy that did try to fucking lay hands on Ricky, and my tía broke both his fucking hands. Like, she was not playing, right? She was really with the shenanigans. So, Angel was the only one allowed to do it. And it took years. He didn't just start off beating the hell out of my cousin. Hey, this dude would fucking spank my cousin. I remember he'd be like, no, you watch. You watch, son of a bitch, number one. I said, no, it's fuckface number two. He's son of a bitch and fuckface number one. I'm part two. Los dos pinche vatos, sit down right here. This vato broke out a fucking belt with a belt buckle like this. Con un pinche, I used to be in the rodeo. I used to, oh shit. This motherfucker gave my cousin the business. My cousin, you're not my dad, right? Nah, I said, nah, he's not. He's beating your ass like he's your mom, though, right? And, hey, my tío was the coolest dude, man. And we're going to get into a lot more of his stories right here on the Collective Clips. Make sure you guys tap in, you know, because tomorrow is another day. And I got some heat for you. Tomorrow we'll be dropping a Super Norteño. This one is the banger of all bangers. Make sure you tap in. And later on today, for all my Wood brothers. Woo! Roach told me a story like no other, man. I got super wood. Hey, what happens when you fake and play wood in California prisons, man, and you're not really like that? You ain't got that instilled in you, right? Well, sometimes you get out on the streets and it catches up to you, according to Brother Roach, brother. You got a shot of coffee, brother, right? Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of Super Paisa Part 1. That's just an introduction to my Tío Angel, man. Angel was with the business, and we're going to get into a lot more stories about him, man. So let me know if you guys like it. If not, bam, it is what it is, man. I've tried. Real talk, real life, man. My Tío, I think he's the last member of Los Bukis. He swears he isn't. But I tell you, that vato had a singing voice like Vicente. That vato, when he took a shower, I'd be like, hey, open the door a little bit. And fucking just turn the mute stereo down. That vato, he'd be there like, hey, he'd be there like, ¿Por qué? He was crazy. With that being said, I hope that you move with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle, the strive. I'm going to continue to drop the hits right here, man. I'm going to continue to entertain you guys and do what I do. I appreciate all the support that I'm getting, man. I'm glad that you guys like these stories about my familia. I haven't told you shit yet. We haven't talked about my cousin Cruz. We haven't talked about my cousin Joey. It's going to get dangerous around here, right? With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears this crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people for the raza. Hey, turn it up, mijo. What is it? ¿Es Kefra? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Quién es pinche Kefra? This is for la raza. Oh, sí, la raza. I like it. Hey, your tía, I like it too. I like it like that. The gun. Bang, bang.